Hello there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to a new favourites video. I think it's so scary how quickly these are coming around. I know I said at the start of the year that I might film one of these every month, but in the end I decided to do them every 2 months instead, just because I feel like every month is a little bit too much, as I don't try new products that often and I only want to recommend things and show you things that I really do like. I don't want to have to try and run around a house finding random things just for the sake of making a video. So the fact that I'm filming them every 2 months and it seems like it's come around so quickly is really scary. But welcome to my May favourites. Before we begin, please don't forget to give this video a like, a comment and subscribe down below, and other than that, let's get started. So I'm going to start off with clothing because I feel like that's what I always do first. So the first thing I have to show you this month is this gorgeous rainbow stripy t-shirt, which I am a little bit obsessed with, I can't lie. I picked this up from Asda. I believe it was either £8 or £9, and at the moment Asda have got some such good clothes in. I highly recommend you going down there if you're looking for a few new bits to add to your wardrobe. This is a v-neck t-shirt. As I said, it's rainbow stripes, so I thought it would be perfect for Pride because I might go to that this year. I'm not sure, I've never been to one before. It kind of depends what the dates are and things. But I've actually been wearing it all the time, so it's not just a Pride thing. I feel like I've worn this maybe 3 or 4 times since I've bought it in the last 2 weeks or so. I absolutely love it, it's perfect, and it gets a lot of compliments when I wear it in the office. I feel like people enjoy that little bit of colour. So yeah, I've been loving this recently and highly recommend you buying one. The next clothing item is actually one that I'm wearing. It's this cardigan, and I appreciate you probably can't see it very well, being as it's on my body. But I've been on the hunt for a little cardigan that I can just wear over dresses so that I don't have to wait till it's boiling hot to wear my dress. I can just throw it on now and wear the cardigan over the top. And I'm not gonna lie, this may or may not be my 3rd day in a row wearing this because it's just so perfect. At the moment it's like 16 degrees, it's sunny, but we're also having thunderstorms every day, and so this is perfect just to take the chill off, because sometimes I do get a little bit cold in the office, which is so unlike me, as you know, I'm a very sweaty gal. But for this time of year I just don't think I'm quite ready to get the dress out yet without the tights and a cardi, so this is perfect. I don't think I've mentioned this is from New Look. It was £23.99, so a little bit more expensive than what I was hoping to pay. However, I do really like it and I was struggling to find one that I did like, so I thought I'd push the boat out a bit and get this one, and I'm so happy that I did. And finally, the last piece of clothing I have to show you, once again, is stripy, so I feel like there's a bit of a theme here. I am really enjoying stripy stuff at the moment, but once again, it's also from Asda. So this is from the George range, and it's a stripy dress in navy blue with white stripes going down. It's a really lovely length. I feel like these ones that just end above the knee are perfect for me. But yeah, I love this, and this was £16. Both of those items from Asda were from the George range, which I absolutely love, as I've already said. And yeah, that's all there is to say about it really. I will try and leave a lot of these items linked down below in the description box. I know I'm the type of person that always says that, and then you look in the description box and there's never anything there, so I do apologise. And if there has been anything on previous videos that I've said I'd linked and I haven't linked, then please do comment down below on this one and let me know, and I will make sure to try and find you the link, because I am really bad at doing that, but I will try my best this time, I promise. But moving away from clothing, I'm going to go on to a toiletry section. I actually only have one thing to show you in this, and excuse the dirtiness of it, is a little bit used and hairy, but I've recently bought a new hairbrush. This is a Denman hairbrush, I think that's how you pronounce it, and I bought it on a Boots order that I did. You'll see a video of that next week, I believe, next Wednesday, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. But this was one of the things I picked up on that order, and I've been using it every day since, and oh my gosh, you don't realise how bad your old hairbrush is until you buy a new one, do you? Like when I'm using this, it feels like it's tickling my head, you know, one of those head massager things that goes like this over your head, and it just makes you go like that. That's kind of how this hairbrush feels, and it is so nice in the mornings, especially on wet hair. So this was £11, as I said. I got it from Boots. Again, I'll try and leave it linked down below. Bit of a weird item to make it onto the favourites list, but definitely one that is a true favourite. I'm going to now move on to the technology section, and this is going to be really annoying because I hate it when I tell you that I love an item but can't show you. But the next two items I can't show you because I'm actually using them right now in front of me. I kind of realised that I've never spoken about the equipment that I use to film my vlogs on, so people may not have any idea. So the camera that I use to film all of my videos on, pretty much, unless there's a few odd clips from my iPhone in there, is a Canon G7X Mark II. I know that there's a Mark III that's come out recently, but from what I've heard, there's no difference between the Mark II and the Mark III. Personally, I don't think I have any issues with this. Do let me know if you think my videos are bad quality, but I'm quite happy with the quality of them at the moment, and so I will continue to use this camera for the time being. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to the tripod that I use. I think it's called Manfrotto or Manfretto, something like that. Charlie bought it me for Christmas, I think last year, because I was using hers quite a lot and she just didn't want me to use hers anymore. So since then I've been using the tripod, and again I'm using it right now just to balance you on a very questionable surface, but it kind of evens it all out. It makes when you're filming your videos much more stable if you can hold it on the tripod rather than holding the actual camera, and it also frees up the space so that you're not covering the microphone. So those really are the two main pieces of tech that I use to film my YouTube videos, and so I thought I would include them in this one just because I don't speak about them very often. And the last thing on the technology section is actually an app. I'm going to try and screen record me using it and then insert that somewhere over here. If I scoot over a bit, that might be a bit easier. But as you can tell from my recent vlogs, if you've been watching them, I have fallen in love with an app called Too Good To Go. Basically, this is an app that helps combat food waste. So there's lots of different companies on there, some names that you'll recognise, some names that you won't. And at the end of the day, or at lunchtime, or in the mornings, they basically advertise bags of food that you can go and collect, that if you didn't collect it would probably go in the bin. Obviously the items do run out usually on the day that you pick them up, and I've purchased from a few different places now. I've done the Toby Carvery. You can get a Toby Carvery on there for like $2.99 or $3.29 depending on whether you want meat. I like the Co-op bags a lot. I highly recommend those. I always seem to get such a good bag from them. Costa is another good place now as well because you get a lot of M&S sandwiches, and I also really like the Starbucks bags because I always seem to get such good stuff in there from my local Starbucks. A lot of it is obviously hit or miss, so you know, don't take my word on these things, but those are just the places that I've ordered from so far, and I'm still trying out new ones as well. And I just really think the app is such a good like concept. So towards the end of the week is when I usually buy a Too Good To Go bag, because I'll do my shopping on a weekend, and then come like Thursday or Friday there's not much left in our fridge. We might want a bit of a top up, and so that's when I'll go to the Co-op and pick up a bag. But I've been loving using that at the moment, and I feel like there's an unboxing of one of those bags in every one of my weekly vlogs recently, so I've definitely been getting my use out of that. Okay, I feel like I've been talking for a long time now. I'm not sure why, I'm just quite breathless. I think it's because I've just rushed my dinner so I can sit down and film this video in the light. But I'm now going to move on to the entertainment section. It's a little bit shorter than what it usually is because I don't have as many book recommendations. I feel like the books that I've read recently aren't ones that I'd recommend because I've not enjoyed them as much as others, whereas at the start of the year I read some brilliant books and there was one in every single favourites video. There is one in this one, so it's not a complete letdown, and this book is incredible. I think it's one of the only ones that I've rated 5 stars on my Goodreads so far, and it's called It's All In Your Head by Suzanne O'Sullivan, and she's an amazing writer, and we've got lots of her other books in the cupboard too, so I will definitely make my way through them. But this book is basically about her experiences dealing with patients that have got psychosomatic conditions. It's not something that she set out to do. I think it's more something that she fell into from what I can remember. And just her description of things and her validation of these patients and just the way that she writes is really, really amazing, and this book is a brilliant way to introduce yourself to psychosomatic conditions if you've not really got much knowledge on them. And even if you haven't and you've never heard of psychosomatic illness before, this is definitely one to read because it's so interesting. And I think that this book would be the thing that gets a lot of people interested in it if you weren't already interested. I've said they weren't interested a hell of a lot, haven't I? Yeah, I'm going to stop talking about this now, but definitely one of my favourite books that I've read so far this year. And then the last thing in the entertainment category is, again, one that I can't show you. I do apologise, I feel like there's been a lot of that in this video, but it's actually a TV recommendation, which isn't something that comes from me very often because we all know how terrible I am at keeping up with television. But myself and Charlie have recently got back into watching The Crown, and we're on the last season. We're on season 4. I think season 5 is coming out sometime soon, but it's not currently out yet, which is gutting. So we've not got that much further to go. We're currently on the bit where Charles has met Diana and they're married, and she's currently pregnant as well. So I'm really excited to see where it goes from here, and I'm not sure where it ends, at what point they've stopped filming, but I'm really excited to see the rest. So I highly recommend you watching The Crown, even if you're not that into the royal family, because I wouldn't consider myself as being interested in them at all. Like, I'm not a big yay royal family, you know, it doesn't really bother me, but it's a really interesting series to watch, and there's a few boring episodes that you have to kind of push through just so that you've got the context from them. But overall, I would really recommend that series to anyone. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and so has Charlie. So that kind of concludes my entertainment section, and then we're now going to move on to the last section, which is food and drink. And there is only one thing, so I've actually reached the last item to show you. I've not tried that much new food recently, however I have tried a new drink. So I don't know if any of you watch my weekly vlogs, but if you do, then you'll know that I've recently been getting really into drinking Fanta Orange, and I was just thinking it's quite expensive, you know, buying one of those every weekly shop. It's like £3 or £4, and I'm never against trying own brand versions of things. So I thought I would try the Asda version of it and see what I think. I bought it in this big bottle, and it's called Orange Crush Zero. Don't be fooled by thinking of, oh, you've only drank one, you can't recommend that just yet. This must be about my 4th bottle of this stuff. I'm buying like one a week at the moment, and it's kind of lasting me the whole week, and even when I get towards the end of the week, it's still fizzy and still maintains the flavour, which kind of shocked me, to be honest. And it tastes exactly the same as my Fanta Zero. I've not actually sat there and had a sip of one and then a sip of the other to compare it, but I really don't notice a difference. So that's what I've been buying instead. And just to put it into context for you, that bottle is 50 or 60p from Asda, and my Fanta is like £3.50, something like that, and both of them last me a week. So I'm literally saving £3 a week there, which doesn't sound like too much, but obviously with the cost of everything going up at the moment, you kind of need to watch your pennies and see where every penny is going. And so I'm happy to save £3 a week, knowing that that is 3, 6, 9, £12 a month. That's half a food shop there, kind of. So, you know, it makes a big difference. Every little penny helps. And so if you're looking to save a little bit of money and you enjoy drinking fizzy drinks, highly recommend this one. And as I said, that was actually the last item to show you for this video. I've not got loads and loads and loads here because I feel like you only want to watch a certain length of video when it's me just telling you about my favourite items. So I did pick out the main ones, and I feel like I've shown you a little bit of everything, so I do hope you've enjoyed it. There will obviously be another one of these coming in 2 months' time. I feel like that's a really good time period to leave it before filming a new one, because I always have stuff to show you then. And I will also have had a birthday by then too, so I should probably be showing you things in that video that I've been loving that I've received for my birthday, which is really exciting. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to give it a like, comment and subscribe down below. Let me know what your favourite items are that you've been using recently. I love a good recommendation, as you can tell. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you all very soon in the next video, which, as I said, next Wednesday will be a boots haul, and you will have the normal vlog on a Sunday. So I'll catch you then. Bye.